Countrywide Connect with Andy Thompson and Sarah Perriam-Lamp.
Right, it is Friday afternoon. It's getting close to beer o'clock, but it's also time to talk sport with Dave Worsley and Graeme Sports Freak Beasley. Beasley, we're going to start with you because Dave's already kicked it off in the break. Go on, Dave. You go for him. Ask him the same question you asked him while we were in the break.
Yeah. Just how many wins has Wellington NPC team have? Because North Harbour have doubled their wins from last season, and Wellington, whereabouts are they?
They're firmly at the bottom, Dave. I'm sort of wondering who we might beat this year, if anyone. It's grim. Not making excuses. We've got a lot of injuries. We had next to nothing in terms of the build.
That sounds like an excuse.
And last night, that second half was a painful watch. It really was. I mean, North Harbour, how did that happen?
They've got no Super Rugby players in there. One ex kind of All Black and one guy who sort of was on the bench in Super Rugby, but no one else.
Oh, I don't think Wellington have got that many either, really. Apart from the guy who's playing at second five, who's the best open side flanker in the country, and obviously the first five as well. But outside of that, there's not a lot of Super Rugby players in that side either.
No, look, the NPC has it captured the imagination yet, guys? You reckon, or is it just sort of stuttering along till we? What do you make of it?
Well, I mean,
not for you, Beasley. We know
there have actually been some good games. Obviously, that was a real shame what happened in the Shield Challenge last week. So go Bay of Plenty for tomorrow. But apart from that, yeah, it does still grab the interest. There's something old school about it that I quite like.
Yeah, Hawke's Bay and the South Island, I think, is really where it is. When you look at the Hawke's Bay, good, strong side. It's a very much a Hawke's Bay side as well. There may not be the big stars in it, but they're doing well again. You've got the South Island, whether it's Canterbury or Otago, Southland, very much. Tasman's a little bit up and down, but yeah, there's certainly some provinces and others as well that are really seem to be doing well, and that's great.
Shield Challenge tomorrow. Obviously Marco got completely thrashed by Hawke's Bay last week. It was not even close. They were 20 points down after 20 minutes. Shield Challenge though, do you give Bay of Plenty any chance? Canterbury is looking pretty good, Graeme.
Yeah, they are looking good. I've always had a soft spot for Bay of Plenty, actually. I've always enjoyed them when they play against Waikato and Hawke's Bay. You know, there's that whole Battle of the Bay, whatever it's called. So, I mean, I'll certainly, the heart will certainly be well behind Bay of Plenty. But you would think on paper, Canterbury at home, they'll probably get a decent crowd, actually a very decent crowd. And so I think, unfortunately, it's going to stay there for the year.
All right. Auckland Hawke's Bay, though, that's going to be an interesting one. Dave, what do you make of that?
Yeah, well, Auckland aren't a bad side. They're pretty solid this year. I mean, when you look across the whole, all of the teams, you put them in the top half a dozen, no problem. Last year was a bit of a failure in many ways. I think, Auckland will run it. They'll run it close. It's just a matter of can they finish it off? You know, there's so many sides, whether it's North Harbour against Tasman in the first round as well. Run it close, but can you actually seal it and not do stupid things like, hey, let's kick it out or kick it to their fullback? You know, kick it out. Kick the penalty. Don't do dumb stuff.
All right. And a game I think that a lot of people will look forward to is Southland versus Waikato. That would be that'll be a bit of a torrid affair down there in Invercargill, I would think, Graeme.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. They're a totally different side, aren't they, when they play down there? Obviously, we saw that huge crowd that they got for the Otago match for Stag Day or whatever they call it. It won't be quite the same crowd for Waikato, but yeah, that'll be grisly, I think is the word you use for that.
Oh, grisly. Okay. Let's just talk a little bit of league. Obviously, we saw the game last night. I didn't actually see it, but Storm, who was it? Panthers losing to the Roosters. Roosters heading up top of the table. Wurzel, did you see that?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's a tight top of the table. You've got 36 for the Roosters, 34, I think it is. No, 38 for the Roosters, 36 for the Panthers, and then the Warriors in at 34. Got a couple of sides below them, just 2 points below them. So it is real tight up there. Certainly the Roosters have improved from the start of the season and they're really solid. Panthers had a couple of losses over the last few weeks, but I still see them against the Roosters as the top two. And probably the Warriors as the third, like coming third at the end of the season, unless they can do something pretty dramatic against those two teams. That's despite winning against the Panthers in Mount Smart. I think 1, 2, 3, that's the top three that we see it.
Graeme?
Yeah, well, If the Warriors win tomorrow, and it's against Brisbane, who are absolutely rubbish this year, and it's weird to think that they are the defending champions, but the Warriors are heavy favourites there, so they should win. They'll actually go second because they have got that better points difference. Interesting thing about the Panthers, they've actually lost 5 of their last 8 games now, so I think that's officially a form slump. So, I actually think it's quite likely that it'll be Roosters first, Warriors second, the way things are going at the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here first. All right. Well, we'll keep a very close eye on that. I think as you're saying, Graeme, you don't think there's not a big concern about the Warriors versus the Broncos, but strange things can happen. The Warriors have slipped up against teams like this in the past, but Dave, you'd think not this Warriors outfit, right? You would hope not.
Yeah, well, you'd hope not. That's correct. I mean, it is in Brisbane, which can be interesting. There's a few feral fans there, quite a few of them, although the Warriors have their own feralness to them as well in some of the home games. But yeah, the Warriors are looking stronger after that win last week over the Panthers. They looked stable. They looked to be enjoying playing as well. I know that sounds a silly thing, but when you're enjoying playing, things go your way. Obviously, they had quite a few calls go their way, and I just wonder about the referees, whether they get influenced by the Broncos crowds and that sort of thing. But I really feel that the Warriors at this stage, okay, it is going to be the second or third position, but they should win this one.
All right. We'll keep a close eye. And Graeme, you'll be the same, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. And I think the way that Metcalf has come back after that long break and actually done really well, I was a bit concerned when he came back. I thought it might not click. But he's sort of moved in there as if he'd never been away. So I think that's a really
impressive, wasn't he, last week?
Yeah,
just phenomenal.
You can see what the fuss is about.
Yeah, you certainly can see what the fuss was about. He was very, very impressive. Hey, before we head across to the Republic and talk about the All Blacks, the darts this weekend. Worsley, are you a darts man? Will you head along to the Spark Arena and catch up with the darts, the New Zealand Darts Masters, World Series of Darts?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind having a look, but it still surprises me how close they actually stand to the board. People think they're standing quite a way away. TV sort of shows a different perspective. But when you've been up close, well, they are actually up quite close. And I mean, most of us play darts in a garage at a mate's place or after a couple of drinks. And then you see these players go out there and just ping it in the same place the whole time. Then I start to appreciate it, particularly with someone... with so much noise and that sort of things around them. Are these dartsmen, are they athletes? That's what I'll ask you.
No, they're not.
No.
Right? No. Is it a sport or is it just a bogan pub game?
Ooh.
I think it's a pastime.
Pastime. Ooh.
A pastime.
Yeah. There's a rule that I heard somewhere that it's only a sport if you need special footwear to play it. And these guys just sort of play in normal shoes, don't they? I mean, even golf has got special footwear.
Ballroom dancing is a sport.
No, it's not.
Yeah, but you need special shoes.
I suppose by that definition, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God,
I went to the dance about 10 years ago in Porirua, and we were a bit unlucky. We had a table miles away from anywhere, and so it was quite hard to really see what was going on. And gee, it was a late night. They had all these rounds, and now we go to semi-finals and finals. We got out of there at about 1:30 in the morning. And it was quite hard to get a taxi too. So that's unfortunately my abiding memory of that.
You've got to rate a sport or a game though that you can play and then have a beer in one hand. Petonk's like that, isn't it? Is that like?
Well, I don't know about beer. It's called wine. It's called a lovely French wine.
Yeah, well, with petanque. All right. Okay. So would you go to this though, Graeme? If it was something like it looks a great night out. When you're there.
It is, yeah. I mean, it was a great night out. As I say, it did drag a bit last time around. I'd probably only go if I could get a decent table, because that really did have an impact last time around. I think I'd say it's something that everyone should go to at least once.
Yeah.
Okay, rightio. All right, let's head across to the Republic. Rugby's greatest rivalry. Has it lived up to it yet, Dave?
I think, rivalry. I mean, hey, it's game 3. Let's wait until the test. That's still a week or so away. And the test match, we'll be looking forward to that at the moment. Obviously, the opposition haven't had their best teams. This Bulls team looks to be a little bit stronger. And we've seen a development in also the All Blacks teams from game one, which was a little bit shonky to start with, to game two, where the All Blacks did look a lot more impressive. We still haven't played Will Jordan. Roy Gard's has he even made it on the field?
No, and he's not in the 23 for Saturday.
No, yeah, and Cody Taylor, this is his first game as well. So players being brought back in, and that's going to make it a little bit better, a little bit stronger. But I think this Bulls team will take it to the All Blacks, as you'd expect. And don't forget, they are up at, 1,300 feet or something like that. See if anybody can beat, Dan Carter's 66-metre kick that he had one time. I'm not sure if anyone's going to beat that. Bowden, maybe? Geordie? I don't know.
Maybe Geordie. Graeme, what do you make about it? And what did you make of Mwanga being sent across, losing a midfielder and taking a first five?
Because we really needed that first five, didn't we?
Well,
I mean, having only four there was such a risk. So getting onto that, I can't see him really playing except for in the next midweek game that we play between Test 1 and 2. I mean, you can't drop love, frankly, at the moment. I thought Mwanga was actually a bit quiet in the Shield Challenge. I thought it was almost as if he didn't really want to run, so therefore didn't want to get injured, didn't want to get tackled. So I'm not sure that he is at Test match level at this stage. I've heard a theory that he's over there to sort of understand what the patterns are and all that kind of stuff, just to be in the environment so he can hit the ground running at the end of the year tour. And if that's the reason, then I think that makes sense. As for the tour itself, it feels to me it hasn't really started yet. We had that scratchy game against the Stormers. I thought the game against the Sharks, 54-0 or whatever it was, raining, there was basically nobody there. I thought that was a bit of a letdown, really.
Dave, we've only got a couple of minutes left, and I mean that. Do you see this pattern, the way Rennie's All Blacks are playing, will be able to worry the South Africans?
That South African squad that they've had or that they've been using is incredibly strong and incredibly good depth. If you looked at their bench and compared it to the potential bench that the All Blacks could have, it's a little bit suspect. They appear to have much more depth throughout the field or across the field than the All Blacks at the moment. However, hey, it takes 15 versus 15 and just one person making an error. The All Blacks, of course, are very good at counter-attacking. Let's just wait and see. I think we've still got another week or so before we have to get to that test match. Then we'll see, then we'll worry, then we'll come up with any excuses.
Graeme, what about you? Same question.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with what Dave said there. I do think the Boks are going to have a stronger bench. I do like the way that this All Black team is playing compared to the last couple of years. They've put away their kicking a fair bit. What's that?
You would say that.
They just seem to be a bit more... the term that Rennie uses the whole time is optimistic, so I'm not going to use that. But they just seem a little bit more ambitious in what their players. Some of the backline moves they've been using have been refreshing to see.
All right, we're out of time. Really appreciate your time, guys. Thanks so much, Graeme Sports Freak Beasley and Dave Worsley on Countrywide Connect today, talking sport.
Countrywide Connect with Andy Thompson and Sarah Perriam-Lapp.